Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Real Estate. My name is Kristen Jock with Compass, and on this week's episode I'm discussing easements and encroachments. An encroachment is defined as an intrusion on an owner's property, and a good example of what an encroachment could be would be a shed that was built overlapping onto a neighbor's property. Generally, buyers aren't concerned with whether a fence is overlapping onto their property or a garage. However, certain measures have to be taken to protect the property owner or a new buyer from losing ownership of the property through a process called adverse possession. So what is adverse possession and what are the consequences? In New York, if a neighbor encroaches on your property willingly and without permission from you for 10 years or more, they can lay claim to ownership of that encroached property. A possessor would need to have actual and continuous control of that said encroached property in order to claim ownership. So how does a buyer protect themselves from encroachments? A purchaser should always obtain a survey, and the survey would measure the actual boundaries of the property and depict any encroachments that are falling within those actual boundaries. In circumstances where the encroachments exceed 1 foot, generally title companies would deem the title unmarketable and any contract of sale would then be void. How does a property owner remedy an encroachment and thereby protect their property from a claim of adverse possession? So you as the homeowner could approach your neighbor and ask them to remove the encroachment from your property line. Or you can make a claim for quiet title, which is essentially a proceeding brought about in court to clear any ambiguity in regards to the title. And finally, what is an easement? An easement is essentially the legal right to use another person's property for a specific use. And a good example of an easement is a shared driveway, potentially a walkway that gives you access to a road, or say access to a beach or waterfront. And generally easements, especially if they're held by the city, are very difficult to remove. So as always, I hope that this information was enlightening so that you can better understand some of the language that you might face as a purchaser of a new home in regards to either encroachments or easements. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Have a wonderful week and see you all soon.